Hey, hello there folks, this is RGB from RJB TV, and here I am, I return with game number 2 between Byul and 458. The first game was won by Byul. Let's hope that in game number 2, 458 has a little bit of luck on his side. Also, I forgot to do this one, it's the banner, RGB TV. It's me, RGB from RGB TV here, delivering you some RGB TV content. Alright. Dark Troll here, Byul on the blue Terran, and 458 here on the teal Protoss. Top, left, corner against middle, right of the map. See, as I said, last game, 458 tried to jump, but Byul kept pulling him down to the ground, couldn't get his feet off the ground because Byul just was overpowering him. A couple of drops it managed to land, but most of the drops weren't successful. And honestly, most of 458's success tends to be with shuttle play. So if you can shut down the shuttle play and not allow him to ramp up the engine, you have a great shot at defeating 458. He is one of the best shuttle drop players. Deny his shuttle drops, and most of his strategies don't really seem to work out that well. That is, if he doesn't get to carriers. He's also an amazing carrier player, but he actually has to land some drops. Some drops have to actually reach the SCVs and hurt the Terran to be able to go for carriers, because carriers take quite a while to build. Let's see what's going to happen this time. Will Byul's excellent map awareness, excellent planning and micro, once again, carry him to victory? Or will 458's very high-paced, non-stop attack playstyle get him a win? Will he even up the score? I don't know. So it's a Gateway, Nexus, Forge build order, and a pylon coming up in the choke right now. One Zealot there on the way to protect choke. Byul starts out with a very early scout with an SV and a Marine right when his first barracks finishes. And it goes for a very early gas, something I actually don't often see on a 8... I think it was an 8-10... an 8 supply barracks. Could have been a 9 supply barracks. Usually on an 8 supply barracks we don't see a gas this early, so I'm gonna assume it was a 9 supply barracks and an 8 supply depot. So it kind of looks like both players somewhat know where their opponents are located. The probe from 458 there on the top side, SV from Byul on the top side, kind of means that either of them is very close to where they spotted each other. And that's true, because it looks like 458 going straight for this base right here, finds the Marines and he turns around because he doesn't want to lose the probe, whereas Byul there is going to get into 458's base, sees the cannon there in the front, and going to find some Nexus, a Gateway, and a Cyber on the way there in the back. Byul's going to try to get his probe in there, but he can't. Byul is just protecting his choke very, very well. Not gonna let that one probe sneak through and get information, although there's not a lot of information to be gathered, honestly, because when you see Marines this early into the game, it can only mean a single thing: triple barracks. No +1 command center, not yet at least. Byul going for stim first with medics. Sometimes we see players go for a second command center and even a third before they get stim and medics. But that is when they don't do a 9 supply barracks build order. That is usually when they do an 8 supply barracks build order, because on that build order you get your gas a little bit later into the game, so you have more minerals from having more SCVs on the minerals. He's getting his command center right now though, after he queued up 3 fire bats to go for a frontal break, but we already have more cannons there warping in. The choke should most likely be fine here for 458, although it has a pretty high count of Marines. Pretty high number, but more Zealots are on the way from the backside to the front side. At least one more. Might even queue up a Gateway there in the front of the cannons to make it hard to target fire them. So 5 Zealots, 3 cannons, 12 Marines, 3 fire bats. 6 Zealots actually, it's 6 in total. Looks to be a pretty good fight here for 458. I don't think Byul's gonna go in. You're going to check up on the front there first. He saw the Gateway, that is for sure. He's already turning his fire bats back around, back to the base to build a bunker in the front to put them into. Also got his factory there on the way already and an engineering bay. He didn't add on a third command center. He might add one on very soon though, because his minerals are quite high. Gateway there in the front got cancelled. Checks out the front, wants to see what's there with at least 1 Marine. Sees 4 cannons and about 7 Zealots. Not a lot of information. I don't think he could see the robotics there. But it's double robotics. We got Templars Archive on the way after the Citadel. We don't have Zealot speed on the way. We do have shuttle speed on the way. Not sure why he didn't go for the Citadel of Adune's Zealot speed. Maybe he wants to transition into... Actually, he's poking out. Marines, of course, do push the Zealots back. Getting Storm. It looks like 4-8 just wants to go for very heavy Storm play. It looks like he isn't really that interested in breaking through the front door with Double Reaver Zealot with level 1 attack and Zealot speed. Just going to go for a delayed drop. And the delayed drop will have, I think, 2 Reavers and some High Templars. Or maybe not. He's actually 1 Reaver, 1 Zealot. He's making 4 High Templars, they're back at home, and 2 shuttles as well. Tries to distract there with the Zealots, they're in the front. The shuttle does make it out. Shuttle now unloads 1 Zealot to kill the fire battery on the side. I wonder if the shuttle's gonna actually make it all the way in, or if it's gonna get taken down pretty early, because Byul went for 5 barracks. He can produce a lot of Marines. It's a lot of Marine production, which he's gonna need on this middle spawn location, because there's 5 different angles Protoss can fly in from with the shuttle. So you just need more Marines than if you are on a corner spawn, because on a corner spawn there's only 3 directions to cover. 5, of course, a little bit harder to protect against. So yeah, you do need those 5 barracks to make Marines to cover all the paths of approach. Drop doesn't make it in, but a drop gets taken down. Got another 2 shells, they're on the way. I think he's gonna go for a different route in. Flies are pretty good position to fly in from. Byul not responding yet. Byul very slow in the response. Templates are unloading. Templates are on the scene. There's 4 Templates there in total. Storms about every single spot he can, but I think he only killed about 6 or 7 of them SCVs. Well, pretty good Storm dodge there. Dodging into 2 separate directions with his SCVs to make it even harder for 4-5-8 to storm. But regardless of that fact, 4-5-8 at least managed to hit something and at least slowed Byul down by a tiny little bit, which is the one thing that counts. We do have a starport out. We don't have a dropship on the way, and we don't have a Wraith on the way yet. So he's really going to rely on Marines and turrets to defend himself from those drops. You got 3 shuttles that are flying in, going for the exact same angle, just the top side of the base. Flies in, Marines stimming in, ready to take down the shuttles. 1 shuttle is unloading, 1 Templar on the scene, 2 Templars on the scene, 1 Templar gets taken down really quickly. 1 Templar storms on the Marines, Zealots are on the chase. Looks like a pretty good attempt of a drop, but not getting the result he wanted. Just a couple of dead Marines. Great target firing as always from Byul. He never ever misses a click. He always exactly clicks on target. Just an amazingly accurate mouse control. 4-5-8 there, very quickly spending his money. He's very quickly spending his money. He's in tip-top shape right now. He's getting 2 Stargates there for Corsairs. Might transition into a fleet beacon at some point for carriers, but he has to at least hit a drop first. He has to hit another drop and slow Byul down to buy himself some time for that carrier technology switch. If he can manage to do it, he's in for a pretty good game. Because once 4-8 gets carriers, he is very, very difficult to beat. His carrier play is, as I said before, very strong. But maybe not as strong as his shuttle play. Shuttles once again coming in onto a path. 4-5-8 flies into Marines. Gets shuttles on the scene there though. Shuttle gets sniped down, but 1 more Templar walking up. 1 more. Ooh, all the Templars get taken down before any of them can storm on the minerals. It was very, very close. 2 Templars almost managed to storm on the SCVs. But Byul once again averts crisis. A couple more factors there being added on. We have no armories yet. He's getting level 1 or level 2 attack at the moment. Level 2 attack for the Marines. I like it when players don't just go for level 1 attack, but they get level 2 attack as well, specifically when they are relying on Marines to take down those shuttle drops and protect their minerals. Once again, from the top side. Is he gonna get in? Flies in. There's a shuttle sound. Byul actually doesn't respond in time this time. Templar Storming gets about 25. Gets about 25. That was a bad one for Byul. It was a really bad one for Byul. Some triple command center now, but that hurt his economy quite a bit. And whenever 458 manages to hit your economy, things start looking grim. His base is almost completely filled out. He's still spending his money amazingly well. 63 probes, comes in with another drop yet again, finds the perfect angle this time around. Byul can't even intercept the shuttle this time. Least Storming, it's about another 12, it's about another, it's 20. So over the course of 2 drops, Byul has lost 45 or maybe 46, somewhere in that range. He lost a lot of SCVs right there, right then, in those 2 drops. And the game is now escalating in favor of 458, who's just steamrolling right now. He's actually on a roll. He's actually in tip-top shape. Spending minerals like a boss, sending in drops non-stop, and getting every single upgrade he needs, one at a time. Well, actually, all at the same time. He's actually playing this one real well. But once again, comes in. Couple Marines are in between. Marines immediately respond, starts unloading, turns one shuttle around, tries to get onto the scene, can't get the Templar there, close to the minerals, but he's storming most of the Marines, gets another storm up there on another bunch of Marines. Actually, at this point, losing Marines really painful experience for Byul, because he's low on minerals. He can't really afford to lose any units. Because at this point, losing any units actually hurts him. It hurts him a lot more than he had a lot of minerals in the bank, because now it's difficult for him to produce and build at the same time. He has to make a choice, either produce or build. You can't do both at the same time. Now Zealots are coming in through the front door to start hammering away at some structures to open up the front door. Templars are also going to see as well. Storms and Marines are dodging the storm, but actually hits almost everything. Now you've got Zealots in the house, Zealots breaking down the front door, Zealots about to wreak havoc, Marines from the back going to the front. Will these Marines be able to hold those Zealots back? Because Zealots have some pretty good upgrades. Level 1, 1, 1, all across the board. Marines there with level 2 attack are able to fight back quite nicely. But they do get taken down pretty quick because they don't have armor and their health pools are pretty low. Goons and Zealots now break into the front door. We've got more Zealots are on the way and another drop there also trying to sneak in. It might actually just be Templars though. Snipes a Templar a little bit too late. It stays alive. Storms on 2 groups of Marines. 3 storms there. Kills most of the Marines. Now Byul, they're actually in dangerous territory. He's got 1 tank in the front, 5 tanks there in the back, and the Marines are breaking to the front. The 1 tank not going to do the trick. And his Marine count is also being reduced to about 7 or so Marines. He's got 5 more Marines spawning there. He'll try to keep fighting back. Tank in the front went down. Oh, massive shoulder drop. 458 actually absolutely destroying this game. 458 redemption arc confirmed. He's destroying Byul in every single way. Another storm drop there comes down, kills all the SVs there on the minerals, and Byul taps out before most of them even go down. Really well played game there from 458. Actually, that is 458 at his best. He hits 1 drop, and if he hits the follow-up drop, the game is definitively over. He escalates the game, ramps it up, goes into gear 2, goes faster, goes harder, never stops spending, spends really hard, and then the attacks just keep on streaming in all at the same time, one by one. Never a moment to rest, never a break, never ever allowed to take a breath. He just chokes you out with non-stop pressure. Great play. Great play. Didn't even have to go for carriers. Just finish it off with the simple combination of shuttles, Corsairs, Templars, Dragoons, and Zealots. Cheap units, a little bit advanced into the tech tree by a little bit, but not too far, because he has to be able to very quickly follow up each attack with another one. And the cheapest way to do that is with gateway units and very simple shuttles. Anyway, now we're back in yet again another cross-map situation. 458 there on the top corner, and in the bottom left corner we've got Byul here on Doctoral on the brown Terran. As I always say, corner spawn situations are definitely in favor of the Terran. Most of the times, these corner spawning and corner spawn games allow for the Terran to have so much time to respond to anything a Protoss does that most of the time they get out pretty easily. Although it isn't easy to do it, it isn't easy to play against 458. It takes a tremendous amount of skill and knowledge and awareness to play against a player like 458, but most of the time these high-level Terran players, they just seem to have everything together to allow themselves to survive these corner-to-corner spawn situations and get themselves into the late game, because that is the hard part. Getting yourself into the late game is the tricky part when playing against these high-tempo Protoss players. These high-tempo Protoss players will keep attacking non-stop, and the question then becomes, can you defend and build at the same time? That's the big question. It's difficult. It's very difficult to do. So SV there moving out on double barracks. He's not going for a third one, not yet. Might go for a command center because he's quite high on minerals. And it looks like he forgot to build a supply depot, or maybe he doesn't need the one. Yeah, there's a command center. There is the command center. A little bit of a interesting build order adaptation here from Byul. He's feeling lucky. He's feeling lucky. He kind of knows that 458 stopped rushing. 458 doesn't rush a whole lot anymore. He used to do it sometimes in the past, but he's kind of going pretty much just gateway into Forge every single game. Well, gateway Nexus into Forge. It's basically his go-to build order, and honestly, I think this is one of the very best build orders. It's safe, and you get a lot of money in the bank for a very strong mid-game period. Mid-game is the time when Protoss honestly has the highest chance to ever win a game. Okay, so triple command center are coming out from Byul. Triple command center. Because he didn't find 458 right next to him, which means that there's actually no risk involved in going for triple command center whatsoever. It's very safe. There's no danger of harm, because attacks are going to take a long time to finish, be ready, and come across the map. So double gas are coming out right after the double command center. Also Academy are already on the way, and Marine production has resumed. Marines are in the front. Hasn't built barrack number 3, 4, or 5 yet. Honestly, I don't know if he's going to go for even more barracks. There's a chance he's going to stay on 2 of them, because he went for double gas, and double gas is quite a lot of gas coming in, which to me means he's going for a factory over going for more barracks. He might not even build any more Marines from this point onwards. He might just go for a factory and then for double starport while he's making Marines. I'm wrong. I'm completely wrong. But my argument still stands though. He might go for a factory into double starport and defend himself with raids, just like in game number 1, when he had great map control, great map vision, basically taking all the drops out of the air or they could even get them into the base. Pretty good attack here though. Those Zealots are actually doing pretty good damage. They do go down in the end, but I think they took down about 4, 5, or 6 Marines. That's pretty good for the amount of Marines that were there. It was 3 Zealots against about 9 or so Marines. There's 4 in the bunker. It was maybe even 11 Marines. Taking down half of those Marines is pretty darn fucking good. Pretty darn good. The triple robo there. Cross map situation, 458 knows he has to go hard on the drops and start hitting Byul early and very firmly. So I'm wrong again. He's not going for starports. Well, he is going for a starport actually. But he's also going for 5 barracks. After losing those Marines, he probably felt that I maybe might need more Marines than I thought I needed. So losing most of the Marines there in the front kind of makes defending drops pretty difficult. Also, I think he used a scan to see what 458 was up to. Maybe he hasn't used a scan yet. Maybe he's waiting for the 540 or the 6-minute point in the game, when most players tend to finish up their shuttles and maybe they're Reavers, and then it is time to start scanning so you can either confirm that the Reavers are there, or confirm that the shuttle is there, or confirm that the shuttle is leaving. Bottom line being, scanning is useful. Scanning really helps you with gathering information to prepare yourself against what is coming. If you don't scan, if you don't get information, everything becomes reactionary. When you have the information, you can prepare. You know it's coming. You know when it's coming. You know where it's coming from. All you have to do is look at the location or the direction it's coming from, put some units there, and you are set for a great defense. Scanning is the most overpowered thing in Terran against Protoss. Zealots there on the side are looking for Marines and for structures hovering on the hill or just past the hill to confirm which path 458 wants to go for. He wants to go for the bottom corner. There's 3 turrets there, and we got a group of 12 Marines that are in the pathway. Level 1 attack, they're on the way. Got shuttle speed, they're finishing up very soon. In a couple seconds. Got Stargate on the way, they're back at home, and Zealot speed as well. We got shields and air armor also on the way. Air armor is useful for the shuttles because the shuttles stay alive for longer when they have level 1 armor. But I think it also indicates 458 might try to go for carriers sometime soon. So drop comes in, Reaver unloads, Reaver shoots, Reaver kills a couple Marines and doesn't get in any farther. But there's a second drop on the top side that also got taken down. Reaver's pushing forward, killing as much as he can. Kills almost all of the Marines there. One more shot there on a tank. Almost kills the tank, crawls forward to the tank, and the tank can't shoot. Actually great Reaver micro. Reavers are so slow, so you think they can't micro, but Reavers can actually do some pretty sweet micro. Slow, very slow. By getting into range, he prevents it from dying and allows himself to kill the tank because only the Marine is firing on it. You're back at home. Scan comes out. He knows 3 Reavers, 2 shuttles. More shuttles have to be on the way. There's some Corsairs coming into the mix as well. Got a fleet beacon there on the way somewhere. Not yet. No fleet beacon yet. Adding on more gateways. He might... He's just proving me wrong every single time. I thought he might go for carriers because he went for the very early air armor, but the air armor is mostly just to keep the shuttles alive as they fly in. Mostly just to keep the shuttles alive. Look at how fast this guy is building. There's structures being built almost everywhere in his base. He's really fast with building. Honestly, it has occurred to me before. That means he's got 300 APM. He's pretty damn fast, but it kind of looks interesting and nice to see structures being warped in everywhere in a base. It's kind of impressive to watch. Observer for raids, most likely, but there are no raids at the moment. There's only Marines. So Byul there really switched up his method of defense quite drastically, going from a raid defense in game number 1 to Marine defense in game number 3. This game number 3, not 4. 2 armies there, getting upgrades for ground armor, ground weapon. Because he doesn't have raids or Valkyries making yet, so there's no need to get air upgrades yet. Zealot's in the front, Reaver's in the front. He's not going for a drop, he's going for a frontal break attack because all of Byul's units were on the sides. Reaver getting relocated onto the top, but he can't load it. He can't load it. There it is. So Reaver's taking most of the things down there in the front. The entire frontal portion got taken down, and Reavers do retreat. 3 Reavers stay alive. Pretty successful frontal break. Didn't kill a lot, but killed just enough. And didn't lose his Reavers. Well, he lost one of them, but kept 2 of them alive. So interesting switch up there to force Byul to pull units from the sides to the front, and also to supply block him, because now he's lost 3 supply depots. He can't produce units. He can only build structures. And he's building a lot of structures at the same time. A lot of depots are on the bottom side. Another frontal attack happening there before the wall has been repaired. And a drop there somewhere on the way as well. It's Corsairs taking down structures, not a drop. He just wants to stop the wall from being rebuilt. Byul wants to build a wall to keep out those illegal aliens. And in this case, they actually are illegal aliens. They're Protoss, they're aliens. That was a bad joke. Sorry for that one. I tried to make some joke, but I just should not try to make jokes. I should just stick to the topic at hand. He's trying to keep him out. He's trying to keep him out. Shuttles are on the top side. That's a lot of shuttles. That's a lot of shuttles. That's about 6, 7, 8 shuttles in total. Corsairs already there on the scene to help them fly in. The Corsairs already being there though might have tipped Byul off that shuttles are very soon going to be coming from the top side, although he's also doing it on the bottom side. Bottom line being, Byul is prepared. He's got a lot of Marines there on the scene. Forces got taken down. Shuttles are getting sniped down, but there's too many shuttles to take down. Reavers are all loading on the scene. Reavers can't quite shoot. They can't quite shoot, so the drop doesn't really... Oh, there's one more Reaver, but the Reaver gets taken down. So the drop there was a pretty big and strong drop. There were so many Marines there on the scene that most of the units got taken down the moment they unloaded. And then he couldn't shoot on the SCVs with the Reaver. So now Byul pretty much maxed out. 69 SCVs, pretty much a full base. Starts moving out, starts the attack. Now the pressure is up on 458, who's got enough Stargates to build carriers, but there might be a time limit on whether he can build carriers at all. Drop comes in. As the vultures are mining up the middle, this drop pretty much unloads everywhere. Units everywhere, storms everywhere, hits a storm. Doesn't kill the SCVs there though. Another storm, they're almost on the... So he stormed this because he thought the SCVs would take this path, but they went here. He thought they would go right in between here, but they went right around. So the storms end up not hitting the... Well, they hit the SCVs, but they didn't kill them because they have so much health. And he has a medic there in the backside, so the SCVs are going to get healed up, and they won't be on low HP anymore in the near future, because they're very close to dying. Although, another shuttle drop, they're already coming in, so the SCVs might not even be healed up when another storm comes down on them. More vultures are entering the middle, placing mines to stop reinforcements from coming across the map. 458 comes in with the drop there on the bottom side. Marines are moving. Marines are going to try to take everything down. SCVs are moving away, running away just in time. Templar's on the scene. Templar not storming. It's the second one storms though, but misses the SCVs. Byul is low on money though. He's low on money, having to pull his SCVs away from the minerals time and time again over the last couple 2 minutes. One more Templar was still in there, but couldn't quite storm. There might still be another one in there. Well, there isn't, but he's trying to make Byul believe there might still be one in there. Anyway, Byul tried to move out, but 458 successfully managed to slow him down by not allowing him to mine minerals for about 2 or 3 minutes. And not mining minerals for 2 or 3 minutes really does take the wind out of your sails, as you could see right there. As you could see right there, tries to come in once again from the bottom side. A lot of depots there, making it hard for Marines to fire on the shuttles. SCVs are running away. Marines are loading. Templar on the scene. Templar too far away to hit the SCVs that are running away. Might still be quite a nice group of SCVs there on the minerals, but he's not storming on the minerals. He's waiting for the SCVs to return. Most of the Marines are getting taken down because they're running into a small little bottleneck. Another drop there follows up. This is beautiful. Double drop there coming in. SCVs are returning to the minerals. SCVs are returning to the minerals. More Templars on the scene. SCVs are running away once again, dodging the storm just on time. Okay, so the double drop. There still are Zealots here in the back. So Byul hasn't really lost a lot of SCVs. I think he lost about 10 or 15 there. But he's mostly been running away from drops. He's not been getting hit that hard. It's mostly running away, trying to keep his SCVs alive and not being allowed to mine minerals because these drops are coming in quite frequently. I mean, the previous drop came in as the one before it was still happening. So comes in once again with the shuttle drop. This time around, the shuttles get taken down low before a Templar can unload. But the Zealots still do kill a couple of units. And now a frontal attack happening as well. Zealots are ready to break down the front door because most of the units are in the back because there's 2 tanks there on the high ground that are kind of just going to kill everything before it even deals damage. Now we also got ghosts coming out from Byul to help him take down, with a lockdown, those pesky shuttles trying to kill his money. Trying to kill his money. He's not gonna let that happen. Carriers this time around are on the way. 8 of them at the same time. So 458 finally gets to show off his carrier play. I like this. I like this. because 458 always has very fun carrier play. It's a lot of fun to watch. He's getting an Arbiter Tribunal as well. His air upgrades currently are on level 222. He's in a pretty good spot, but so is Byul with 222 on ground. 0-3 on the Marines, which also means 0-3 on the Ghosts. Byul is just really good at getting upgrades. He's been under attack non-stop, but it hasn't slowed him down with getting his upgrades at all. It only slowed down his attacks, but he knew, I've still gotta get my upgrades. Upgrades are important. We might just see the benefits of those upgrades all being finished come in very, very handy. What comes in with the shuttle drops, Ghosts are... Ooh, he still had a Corsair there in the back, using disruption webs, but the Goliaths on the sides too damn strong with the level 3 or level 2 weapon attack, taking down the shuttles very, very easily. The defensive shuttle drop really, really easily without any effort whatsoever. Tank on the hill there, providing vision. Extended vision? Yeah, extended vision from the tank. Carriers are finished though, and they're coming in at only 8 carriers. 2 more are on the way. Also got a shuttle drop there in production to fly in under the cover of those carriers. Corsair's also coming in to help him with taking down, well, Wraiths or Valkyries, but they didn't get produced, so it's mostly just to help him fly in to take focus away from the turrets, or from the shuttle. A lot of cannons on the middle that are being built. Byul takes down the probe, more cannons there right in the front, so mines are not really an issue at the moment, as long as 458 can keep killing the tanks, trying to kill the cannons that allow the mines to be placed. So flying back and forth, a couple tanks are on the hill, taking down the cannons on the side. Drop there coming in from the top side. 458 also relocating his carriers to the top side, so he's already on location to help those shuttles fly in. We've got Ghosts there though. Ghosts, kinda scary stuff there on the scene. Ghosts definitely kinda scary. But the Ghosts are running away from the shuttles. They're actually going for the carriers. Now the shuttles are coming in. There's nothing to stop these shuttles from unloading here on the scene. Templars are on the scene. Byul didn't notice. Byul lost his SCVs, now losing more units on the scene as well. Down to 28 SCVs in total. That was disastrous for Byul. That's the one thing that he couldn't allow to happen. As he had just recovered from all the earlier harassment. And now... sorry for that one. Now, this game is actually going to be an even steeper uphill battle than before. Sorry, I had to kill a mosquito. I killed the mosquito. Now I'm safe and sound. Mosquito has been eliminated. But luckily, Byul had a little bit of money in the bank, so even though he got hit by the drop, it does hurt him, but it's not a fatal injury. He's still able to recover. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. And 458 already here on the side, ready to knock the walls down. He doesn't want to give Byul any time to recover. We've got some Ghosts there on the scene. Are they going to be able to lock down those? Ooh, Vessel gets taken down. No EMP for you, Byul. No EMP, but another EMP there comes down there. So EMP does hit in the end. We don't have any shield batteries there on the side yet. Massive army there pushing through the middle as the drop comes through. Ghosts, once again, not on the scene. There's only one Ghost there in the back and a couple of Marines. There's going to be a follow-up drop hitting Byul right where it counts. All the SCVs once again dead and gone. He still's got a couple of them left alive, but there's 4 storms in total, down to 33, with only 2,000 minerals left in the bank, and he might still have another one there in one of those shuttles. Lockdowns are now coming down though. Triple lockdown, might even go for 4 lockdowns in total. Ghost there. Oh no, the Ghost is the 458, luckily not paying attention to the Archon. The Archon could have killed even more SCVs with the splash damage. It could have been very, very ugly. Now 458 is going to throw away his carriers. Going to try to take down those turrets on the side as a drop flies in. Oh wait, it's 2 drops. He unloads on the side, doesn't actually go all the way in, and one drop was a fake one. He just has a lot of shuttles. Just a lot of shuttles. He's gonna try to fake him out. It's a real drop, it wasn't a fake one! The mind games from 458 are brilliant. Byul dodges the storm just on time. There's nothing inside the shuttle there, so he's safe and sound. He repels the invading army just in time. Carriers have to retreat, but there's carriers nonetheless. And they just regrouped and reinforced with more carriers. We've got Goliaths there, not caring about their lives, just taking on cannons as fast as they can. But the carriers are coming in to save the cannons. The Goliaths are target firing on the carriers as tanks are pushing through the middle of the map. Byul, despite being low on minerals, is not slowing down. He's not giving 458 any time to slow down his attacks. He's not allowed to tech switch anymore. 458, despite hitting Storm Drop after Storm Drop, is now kind of forced to defend himself, or at least shut down this middle map attack from Byul. Goliaths catch the carriers. Carriers have to keep running, otherwise they're going to get locked down and killed anyway. They have to keep running for their lives. We've got more carriers on the way. Here back at home, a couple of zealots as well. Byul is just playing this one really, really impressively, despite losing most of his economy, which has now kind of recovered. He's back from 59 SCVs. He's pushing 458 back home. He's pushing him back home. Shuttles are on the top side, getting spotted out by pure luck, because he was chasing that zealot. Pure luck. Spots the shuttles. His units are moving into position to snipe it out of the air. There's a couple of Valkyries, a couple of Ghosts. Can he take this one out of the air, or it arrives on the scene? I think he scanned there as well. 458 changes direction, changes angle, flies in over the middle. Still a lot of Ghosts there in between. 1 lockdown, 2 lockdown, 3 lockdown. 4 lockdowns in the Pulling Gum and Eye. Defense against the shuttle drop and keeps his money safe and sound. Air upgrades are still on 0-0 though, so that is quite painful. Not sure if switching into Valkyries at this point is a great idea, because Goliaths, honestly, with their upgrades, do way more damage. Another great lockdown there on a carrier, but now Zealots are coming in through the front door, ready to take down the tanks, getting on top of the tanks. 2 more lockdowns. He actually does. Oh, beautiful. Just 2 Ghosts taking down 4 carriers. There's 1 carrier still up in the air. These carriers are free food for the Goliaths. More Goliaths come across the map, ready to take them down. Horses are flying across the map as well to throw their lives away because he needs more supply space. Now Zealots and Templars coming in though. He can land some of those Templar storms on those Goliaths and those tanks. He might just save those carriers. 1 storm, double storm, 3 storms. Kills most of the Goliaths and the tanks. A couple Goliaths do stay alive though. Enough Goliaths stay alive to take down the carriers. Oh, but the carriers come out of lockdown just in time so they can run away to safety. Close call there, close call, but Byul is playing this one seriously impressively. The shuttle drop there though managed to get out unseen, but as a Goliath, they're on its path, so it still gets spotted out. Just units randomly placed across the map are helping Byul out tremendously. Shuttle drop still has to go in though. He still feels he has to go in. There's Valkyries on the path, and so there are turrets as well. But the shield upgrades on the shuttles actually helping them stay alive for quite a long time, and the lack of attack and armor upgrades on the Valkyries, prevent them from doing significant amounts of damage. Also, Zealots on the middle have cleared out tanks and the Goliath, so they are now coming across the map. It's time for Byul to start defending once again, as 458 successfully manages to clear out the map and stop the push. He stops the push. Another massive shuttle drop, they're coming across the map. It looks like 458 is actually stopping with carrier production, because I know I said that 458 has some great carrier play, but there's not a lot of carrier play you can do against Ghosts. They just lock you down, and the carriers kind of just become useless. So he's going back to Shuttle Zealot. Is the Shuttle Zealot combination going to work? Lockdowns coming out once again. The shuttles are actually stacked on top of each other, making it difficult to lock them down, but he still gets every single one of them. And I think these have the Templars in them. Actually, I don't see any Templars at all, though. There's actually no Templars, it's just Zealots. It's just Zealots. No Templars. Probably try to kill the Zealots, well, the Ghosts here in the back, to allow them to fly in with another shuttle drop with Templars inside. But now we've got Byul moving to the sides, taking down the cannons that were preventing him from having sufficient side vision. Although he's got a lot of scans to still use for side vision, but always useful, take these down on the sides. Gonna make the game a little bit easier in the future. So drop there on the bottom, Zealots on the middle, a lot of gateways being built there back at home. Carriers have been forsaken. He just doesn't believe in the carrier strategy anymore. Comes from the bottom side, and actually there is nothing in the path of this drop. Ghosts are moving downwards very quickly. Does he get the lockdown? He gets locked, but the Templars are low on the scene. Templars are storming. Templars are getting SCV kills. Kills 40 of them. Oh, 39. 39 kills on those Templars. Really, really well chosen angle of approach. Oh, this one did all the kills. 28. Kills another group of Templars there. SCVs there. So down to 32 SCVs. Another drop comes in. Another drop. This one's gonna hit. This one didn't get spotted out. He actually manages to dodge the storm. Tricky drop play there from 458, but as I said before, this really is 458's main skill. His main skill is the tricky... Another storm! Oh no! We still had another Templar in that shuttle. And once again kills a couple SCVs. But now Byul, down to 32 SCVs, 400 minerals in the bank, 166 supply, which means he still has a good army. His army is still pretty damn good. But at this point, everything he loses is gonna be very expensive to replace. He's low on gas and not mining a lot of gas, and Zealots are coming in through the front door. Units aren't gonna start dying here for Byul. Not a lot of them though, because the amount of Zealots is kind of small, but he still loses quite some units. Not a lot. Some units are still lost. Byul now decides to stay on low SCV count and go for a bigger army. He wants to go for a Hail Mary, a last-ditch, desperate attempt of winning with a big army. But 4 of 8 already coming in. Only one shuttle gets in. One shuttle, it's a Templar. Templar storms, Templar hits. Oh no, it's a disaster. The one shuttle that stays alive. Oh, from the top side as well. Shuttles are coming in. Nothing is stopping them. No lockdowns, no Valkyries. Storms are hitting everywhere. Storm right next to the SCVs. Hits the wrong side though. Hits the wrong side. Hits the wrong side. Lucky break there for Byul. 35 SCVs still alive. It could have been on about 10 or 20 if the one storm managed to hit. The double drop attempts there from 4 of 8 actually working out really well. The Zealots are just running into the tank line. Templars unloading, Templars storming, hitting some stuff as well. No, 45 SCVs for Byul there. Byul just slowly losing his army. Very slowly. The mines don't explode, which saves the vultures and the Goliaths. But the tanks in the end do kill their own units quite effectively. Zealots on units. Tanks are your best friends. Tanks killing their own units is just one thing you absolutely love. Comes in with a drop. One Templar unloads. Templar walking closer. One Templar gets taken down. Templar doesn't. It started the animation, but it didn't actually finish it. So no storm happening right there. SCVs stay alive. Lucky close call. Risky play from Byul, but it works out. Another drop here already on the way, coming across the map. Byul is recovering really well. Now 57 SCVs. Most of the Valkyries and Ghosts are in the back. Units are on the middle. Zealots are not doing much. The mines and vultures to control here is just It's just allowing him to keep those tanks alive. The mines of vultures are allowing him to keep those tanks alive. Drop there on the scene to come in from the right side once again. Vultures, Valkyries are actually on his drop path. Can he unload the shells in time? Starts unloading. Is it Templar unloading? Templar unload. 2 Templars unloaded. Templar's too far away to storm on the minerals. Too far away. They're walking closer. Trying to get closer. Can he storm? He storms on the tanks instead. Couldn't exactly get in range of the SCVs. Very unfortunate, but fortunate for Byul. Byul's still recovering. Still mining up the front. The mines are just so damn annoying. Just so damn annoying. But at least it isn't stopping him from sending out shuttle drops. At least the mines aren't spotting out the shuttle drops. At least the mines are going... Well, the shuttles are going mostly undetected. But the mines are stopping the attacks from the front then. Shuttles coming in, shuttles unloading. Storm very close. Ooh, ow, ow, ow. That one Templar was in range. But I think it got sniped down by the tank, so no storm on the minerals once again. Byul there staying alive. It's very close. The Templars do almost arrive right next to the SCVs, almost able to storm. But every single time, it's just a couple centimeters away. So he's actually clearing out the middle now though. He unloaded Zealots on top of the tanks, killed most of them. Reinforcements might be on the way though. Reinforcements are indeed on the way. Affirmative. Confirmed. The Ghost Valkyrie defense there in the back are really working out, and the Valkyries almost probably maxed out upgrades now. Almost maxed out upgrades, so they're actually doing full damage now on those shuttles. A couple more shuttles are coming over the top side. No Corsairs to assist them though. Is Byul still gonna win this one? The game looked so bad just 10 minutes ago. Just 10 minutes ago, the game looked so bad for Byul. But he's managed to stay alive, and he's now pushing 458 back to his own base. He's actually the one knocking on the front door now. Drop comes in though. Drop comes in. Oh no. Templar's on the scene. He hits all the remaining SCVs. He carpet storms the entire line of gas. The minerals, everything got killed. Just when I was praising Byul's comeback, 458 comes in, hits the storm, kills almost everything, and now the game is definitely looking pretty damn ugly for Byul. He just lost his attacking army. More reinforcements are on the way. He's trying to mine up the middle, buy himself some time. Valkyries are moving out aggressively. He's aggressively moving across the map. Because you know what? Instead of waiting for the shuttles to come for me, I am gonna hunt those shuttles down. He's looking. He's hunting. He knows the shuttle is leaving. Shuttles are on the side. He scans everywhere. Finds the shuttles. Shuttles are running away. Will they unload? No, they won't unload. They both get taken down. 32 SCVs. He's got a massive army though. He's got a massive army. He's got 32 SCVs. Max out supply. That's a lot of units. But will it be enough? Because not all units have arrived here on the scene yet. Storms come down on the tanks. Tanks don't like storms. Tanks really hurt when they start getting hit by storms. They go down pretty quick. Will these reinforcements do the trick? It's a lot of units. A long line of glides, vultures, and carriers. Carriers? Oh, carrier switch. Carrier switch. Great. Absolutely amazing carrier switch timing. Corsairs going for the Valkyries. Valkyries luckily not stacked up, so they won't all go down. So, wait a minute. Am I cheering prematurely? Valkyries go in for damage. Oh, storms on the Valkyries. Oh no, that actually is pretty damn bad. Because now there's almost nothing to defend against the carriers moving out. Corsairs were there to kill the Valkyries, but the Valkyries already got taken down, so now they're scouting the middle of the map, while the carriers are pushing back. Ghosts have moved from home to the front line, trying to lock down the carriers. The carriers evade the ghosts by going beyond the hill, while the drop is moving out over the left side of the map. Gonna try and go in over the top side of Byul's base. There's ghosts nowhere to be seen. All the ghosts have been pulled away from home. He actually doesn't have anything left to defend. Goliaths are trying to target fire the carriers. Zealots are taking on the tank. Drop comes in from the top side. There's 3 ghosts, 4 shuttles. Hits 1 lockdown, 2 lockdowns, 3 lockdowns. Snipes the Templar. Shuttle is empty. Luckily, the shuttle is empty. But now he still has to kill the shuttles. While he's losing, units are on the middle and trying to rebuild his army with his very tiny, small bank. Okay, the shuttles don't get a chance to unload. Close call, close call. He's down 40 supply on 458. He's once again mining up the middle, but this time we've got carriers with observers, and they will kill the mines because they don't care. They fly. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn, you hear me? Byul, did you hear that? Carriers don't give a damn. Although they do give a damn about that EMP. EMP kind of hurts, and there's no robotic, no batteries. Corsairs coming in. Just Corsairs. Just Corsairs. Opening up some stuff. There's a shuttle in there as well. I didn't see the shuttle. Oh no, the storm hits. It's a storm. Oh my god. That layering was perfect. I didn't even see the shuttle. I'm blind, or maybe that was just perfect layering and stacking of the Corsairs and the shuttle. That was perfect. And Byul now down to 26 SCDs. Hurting more than ever before. That was beautiful. Beautiful stacking. The shuttle actually was invisible. I didn't see it. I was looking at it. I was looking at the Corsairs and I couldn't see it. Kind of funny disruption webs. Kind of useless, but cute. Very cute. He's trying to fight back the best he can. He's very low on minerals. Very small army. He's got about 8 Goliaths, maybe 10 Goliaths left to defend. Drop comes in, attack from the front as well. Drop comes in. Valkyries are running away. Oh no, they're going the wrong way. Storms everything. Zealots on the low ground and kills the remaining SCVs. That might actually be the killing blow for Byul. 4-8 manages to make the comeback, loses game number 1, but wins game number 2 and 3 very convincingly. Although this game was very close, but 458 got to show off all of his tricks, his skills. He just got to show off really well with great shuttle dropping play, doing everything at the same time. Even at a pace where Byul at some point just could no longer keep up with what he was doing. Beautifully played. I am impressed. Well played 458. Well played Byul, but 458 today takes the cake. Thanks for watching. It was RGB for RGB TV. Please come back next time when I make another Fast Map Starcraft Brood War Remastered video just for you, for us both to enjoy. Have a good night, have a good day. Wherever you are, stay safe.